Hello everyone, thank you for joining me one more day in this experiment on learning to draw. It's been a couple of days since my last video, but I would like to continue working on drawing objects which have a cylindrical shape at its base. And yeah, let's get started right away from where I left last time. So maybe I'll just retest my skills if I manage to draw more or less close ellipses. Again, I wanted to remember you, as the book I'm following says, don't start the movement solely on your wrist, but try to make it from your elbow or even your shoulder. I don't know, even if it's a small thing. It kind of feels better if you do it with your entire arm than on your fine motricity. I still need to figure out how to get a good circle with my arm. Like this flat ellipse does seem to work reasonably well. Also, I even managed to close them, with not all the time, but yeah, this is kind of the base exercise, and it should get better with time. If you want to know how to get better, how better you have gone, like make a video like I'm doing. This is part of the motivation, to know how things change. Again, let's practice on top. Okay, yeah, now the paper is full. So let's go for the first challenge. I'll try to draw a simple glass like last time. And if I'm looking the glass on top, I'll imagine my page boundary is my eye level. So I should have a small ellipse for the top of my glass. Then I go more or less down. And then I have the lower part of the ellipse. Then glasses have this base. And then it's a bit more dark. Maybe you would like to complete this view. And then just make lines stronger when you have like your final version. Yeah, nice start. Then I'll try again. Again, my basic ellipse. Ellipse again. Maybe this should be thicker, because like wider. So because I'm looking at this is lower in my vision space, so let's make this narrower. Yeah, and now let's change a little bit on how does like this as a wine glass. Let's see, so if you make a little cylinder here, and then how you're going to join this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's make this a bit thicker. Too much. And again, once you are reasonably pleased, just make thicker lines. So this should be a lot thicker than the back one just because it's close to you. And let's see. Well, the thing is, I noticed to make this thick lines, I really use just my wrist. That's my fine controlled hand movement. But because I'm just going on top of the lines I drew before freely, it works pretty well. It's like use your whole arm to sketch and get the proportions, and then you can use your wrist for your fine precision. Yeah, and then let's go again with the bottle. So the bottle would have again the top cylinder. That's not on the right orientation. Again, something down. And you make it a lot thicker, like wider ellipse here. And so this bottle I have in front of me has a narrow top, so this should be more elliptical, right? And this has some thickness in here. And there's this turn. Or more like a flask. And maybe a bit more. I had like has this, I don't know, extra thing. It's a ringer at the bottom of the how is this? It's the top, like the cover, and then I just go down. I also notice my lines are getting straighter and straighter, and it just happened with this little practice. I'm really amazed. I'm not really practicing outside of the time I dedicate to do these YouTube videos. So you can actually see my progress, and I can record my progress. There's no cheating in here. So like, yeah, I'll keep this not easy to see. Then my bottle has this little part, then somehow has in the inside like a concentric thing. And then there's a water level, and that one I see on both sides. And as you probably noticed by now, it's like for the moment I'm really only drawing shapes, but at some point we need to learn how to represent light and shadows. That might come one day, but that's what would increase the realism of whatever you're drawing, to have, yeah, the right shadows, you know, because this is the watery part, it should to many extents look different. I need to like give some intuition of that roundness here, and yeah, there is where light comes in. This is actually wrong. This should have been drawn from back here, because this is in the center. I just made it worse. Well, doesn't matter. Another object I have is like the scotch tape in my desk, which is it's just, well, not just the spare parts, and those look like just quite simple. I'll put my boundaries, then I have this big cylinder on top, and let's say I just go out of my drawing range, like I have no paper, and then has this thickness. This is a bit wrong. Let's say I just have 2 tapes there, and then I have the inner thing, and yeah, this thing has, again, so this is kind of what you pay for. Here's the tape itself. Let's fill this with concentric circles, and then on the inside, that's where the axis comes in. I don't see it all, so I'll just cover this part. Yeah, this is not so good. And then I have like all the plastic that was on top. That is here, because it's surrounded by a containing plastic, which is, yeah, something I have no idea how to represent. This is probably the worst of all, and maybe even though it was the most simple. Yeah. Well, that's it. Thank you for joining me on this day, and keep practicing, or join me another day. Thank you, and bye.